All right, everybody, welcome to the week 3 review show and the week 4 preview show. I'll just be quick. I want to make these videos shorter and shorter the more I do them. I went 5-1 with my picks last week, bringing my season record to 13-5 for my guesses. So with the review, we'll start with myself, the Pork Chops versus the Looney Tunes. Pork Chops with a win, the first win of the season to avoid the 0-3. Now both teams, Looney Tunes and Pork Chops, are 1-2. Pork Chops got 30-point performances from Joseph Randall and Greg Olson, and Looney Tunes in the loss did not get any 30-point performances. All right, the next matchup is Over the Hill with 145.9 points, beating Hot Air with 145.2. So a win that's less than a point. So 0.7 was the difference. The scores are not official until Thursday. So if there's any scoring corrections between now and Thursday, the result of that matchup could change. So Hot Air, there's a sliver of hope. Elias Sports Bureau does all the official stats, and all the most corrections are done Tuesdays or Wednesdays, but the final, so by kickoff Thursday, that score will be official, whether or not there's scoring changes after. All right, so the week 3. So that's the closest matchup. Nobody Over the Hill had a pretty consistent lineup. Nobody had a monster day. In a losing effort, Hot Air had AJ Green with 44.7 points. So in a losing effort, he lost by 0.7 and basically 7 more yards from anybody, or even one reception. One more reception would have put him over the top. So if somehow someone on Over the Hill loses a reception, Hot Air will win. All right, enough about that matchup. The next matchup is Cheeseburger Walrus against Team Chin. Cheeseburger Walrus didn't quite reach the 200-point threshold, 199.7 points. He had 2 34-point performances from Aaron Rodgers, one from Aaron Rodgers and one from Larry Fitzgerald to secure the win and a 3-0 record. All right, the next matchup is Thunderclap versus Half Blind. Half Blind is now 0-3, and Thunderclap wins by 3.3 points, so not likely to be corrected by a scoring correction at all. Also, I'd like to mention that Thunderclap is the only team in the league with a 2-1 record. Everyone else is 3-0 or 1-2, and then Half Blind's the only 0-3 record. So congratulations, Thunderclap, on being the only winning record. On a side note, there was one trade made in this league previous, and then, so the first trade, and then Thunderclap made a second trade, and he has a winning record, and Fitzy, who made the second trade, got his first win this week. Not as a result of the trade. Those 20 points were on his bench, and he secured the win anyway. But we'll talk about that next, actually. We'll talk about Ozzy versus Fitzgerald. 153 points without Joe Flacco's points. And a 0 from Johnny Manziel. Ridiculous. Ozzy had a 37-point performance from Keenan Allen in a losing effort. And Fitzy can thank Steve Smith Sr., 43.6 points, and Jamal Charles, 31.2 points. So a lot of outstanding performances this week for the winning teams. Fitzy with his first win. Make it a habit, Fitzy. Get back in the game. And now the last but not least, an awesome performance. The Chicago Turnips with the 4th highest score, I believe. Yeah, I think so. The 4th highest score. Nope, the 5th highest score. Anyways, he placed Izzy with a 200-point performance. Those are rare indeed. 200 points. He got Freeman with 42 points, Julio Jones with 40 points, and Andy Dalton with 30 points. Those 3 players 112 points would have beaten a few teams this week. Just those 3 players would have beaten the performances from entire teams this week. That's crazy. Tough loss for Chicago Turnips. Again, bad luck in scheduling screwing him over. But good job, Izzy. Power ranked #1 team. And that's a Hall of Fame performance right there. 200 points is rare indeed. And we're going to take notice anytime a team hits the 200 mark. All right, this video's gone long. I haven't even started the week 4 preview yet. So we're going to go with the week 4 preview now. It's the start of bye weeks. So the first bye week casualty is in the first matchup. Pork Chop faces Over the Hill in a rematch, and Gronkowski is on a bye. So Pork Chops is favored. I'm choosing Pork Chops to win this one. The next matchup is Hot Air versus Looney Tunes, and nothing really exciting to say about this matchup, but I'm choosing Looney Tunes for the victory here. The next few matchups are the Friends versus Kids division. Someone from the Friends division is playing someone from the Kids division, while the Family division's just playing rematches from week 1. Okay, so the first match is Cheeseburger Walrus versus Aussie. I like the Walrus here to win big. Next one is Thunderclap versus Chicago Turnips, and he finally gets a break because Thunderclap has Tom Brady on a bye. I'm choosing the Chicago Turnips to win. They're basically the New York Giants of fantasy. They have wins within their grasp and then suddenly snatched away at the last minute. That's the Chicago Turnips. Half Blind versus Izzy. The #1 ranked team, Izzy, versus the #12 ranked team, Half Blind. 0-3 is going to turn into 0-4. 3-0 is going to turn into 4-0. Izzy with the win. He's unstoppable. Team Chin versus Team Fitzgerald. The most unoriginal fantasy names. Chin versus Fitzgerald. Basically your last names, guys. Most unoriginal. I'm going to choose Chin, and that's all I'm going to say about your teams. Also, as a reminder, on Sunday morning, there is a game in England. The Jets against the Dolphins are playing in England, 9 a.m. Make sure you're up Sunday morning before 9 a.m. to set your lineup, or just set it before the Thursday game. But if you do waivers, I expect a lot of waiver activity this week. Wednesday night and Saturday night, I expect lots of waivers. But know this, Sunday at 9 a.m., your rosters are going to lock. All right, especially Jets players and Dolphins players. All right, so everyone have a good week 4. Enjoy the bye weeks, and good luck, and happy trading, everybody.